I pay homage to the Buddha. I pay homage to the Dhamma. I pay homage to the Sangha. Well, this is not a Dharma talk, but Happy New Year to everybody. I thought that I would make some important announcements today about the podcast. I now have a new recorder and microphone, and I'm using editing software now, so hopefully you are hearing an improvement in audio quality. I'm also sick with a cold, so you're also hearing that better than you would have before, so Happy New Year. Another very important announcement is that I have changed the WordPress plugin I'm using on my website to upload podcasts. The old one that I've been using got me started a year ago, and when I knew really next to nothing about running a website and making a podcast. But since then, it's proven to be pretty clunky and glitchy and overall just doing a lot of things that I don't want it to be doing. So the good news is that I am now using a much more professional service. I just started using it last night. But the bad news is that I'm now uploading the podcast episodes onto a new RSS feed. I have both of them up currently, so there's the old one and the new one both up. That means that depending on how you subscribe to the podcast, though, your subscription may disappear when I delete the old plugin. That's just the unfortunate process of switching it over. I'm hoping that making the announcement while I'm still transitioning to the new service will give you ample time to make the switch to the new feed. I'm waiting about a week to delete the old one, so if you find this new episode, this special announcement up, it's probably because the old feed is still working. But I think I've managed to catch it in time with Apple Podcasts, with iTunes, and with Google Play, so that if you use those services, you shouldn't have to change anything. But if in a week you notice that the podcast has just up and vanished, you can go to my website, suburbandharma.org, and the links there should be able to subscribe you to the new feed, or you should be able to find it and search for it in your podcatcher and find the new feed again. And so if it does disappear, I apologize for the inconvenience, but this is to switch to a better service, so I'm hoping that in the long run it's something that I'll continue for a long time and I won't have to make this kind of transition again. Now, the last announcement today is tied to the better production quality that I hope to bring to the podcast. Some people have requested that I make some guided meditations and have them up on Suburban Dharma, the podcast. And I've given it some thought, and I think that the current plan is to make them as special episodes on months that I'm not giving a Dharma talk, such as this month in January, where I won't be giving a talk anywhere. And if these are well received, I may expand on them and maybe make a series on a particular kind of meditation, or have certain themes. Just something I'm feeling out right now, but I won't really know if they're well received, if that's the case, unless I get feedback from listeners. So if you listen to the podcast through iTunes or Google Play, consider leaving a review. This helps other people find the Suburban Dharma podcast, which is a free distribution of Dharma sharing, something that gets overshadowed by those seeking a profit and have the funds to advertise. I don't have funds to advertise, so I think that the only way a podcast like this is going to grow is through word of mouth. So think about sharing the podcast with those that you think might be interested in learning more about Buddhism. And thank you for listening to this special New Year announcement. May you be well, happy, and peaceful. Again, Happy New Year.